It is said faith leads to victory. And Baba has told us about 4 kinds of faith. But today, the faith that is being underlined is the faith in the self. Now you see that if you look around, there is lack of faith in the self, and everybody is going through, this experience which is called self-doubt, and every soul is experiencing lack of faith in the self, and lack of faith in the self is usually, the thoughts that arise in that situation is like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not enough, or I'm not, I don't have enough, or I don't have enough in the sense, not material things, but I don't have enough specialities, enough qualities, or I don't have a good fortune. These are the things that people are thinking all the time. And Baba says it's very important to have faith in the self. And for faith in the self, Baba says that you have to start looking at your specialities and not your weaknesses. Now at this time, every soul has specialities and weaknesses. But what do we pay attention to? And now that we are powerful souls, we can choose what to pay attention to. Yes, earlier we thought that, paying attention happens naturally and there's not much choice. But now we know that paying attention can be chosen. So Baba says, choose to pay attention to your specialities and not to your weaknesses. Now, when you sit and think about it, there are these specialities in the world where, somebody can sing or dance or, do stuff, maybe speak, maybe paint, or maybe, they are good at calculation with numbers, or they are good at analytical thinking. So everybody has some speciality or the other. But mostly when you think about these specialities, then more often than not, you think that, yes, I have this speciality, but then I'm not good enough, or, I'm not in the race, I'm not number one, or, my singing is not the best, or my painting is not the best. So then you need, validation from the external world. So to validate that, you have this speciality. And I remember there was this Mata, she told me something very nice. That Mata was into depression, and I asked her, so she said that I have been in depression for the last 2 years, and she was 67 years of age. So I said, up to 65, what were you like? So she said, I was the happiest and the most motivated and enthusiastic person you could ever see. So I said, then how did you change into this person? So she said that, I have this acumen for gardening, and I have this acumen for keeping everything organized, and I have aesthetic sense, and I can really decorate a place, a house, and I can maintain the garden and grow beautiful flowers. And this speciality is something that I hold very dear to my heart. And then when I got married, my husband and my in-laws did not have any any eye for beauty, and they never appreciated my speciality. They did not, in fact, I wouldn't say they did not appreciate, they did not have the capacity to appreciate my speciality. So they did not find a difference between a well decorated house and a house that's just, scattered and everything is lying around, or they could not distinguish one plant from the other. So in the beginning, I was very, it was a setback, and I felt that my speciality is not recognized here. But then slowly, what happened is I was very close to my brother, and my brother got posted very near to my in-laws' place. And when he got posted, he would pay regular visits to my place. So every once a month at least he would come. And because he had a very good eye about these things, so he would appreciate me like anything. And he was really my biggest fan, and he would tell me, Didi, the work you do, nobody can do. And I still held on to that speciality, because every month my brother would visit and he would appreciate. And I loved that, and I would look forward to his visits, and I would keep maintaining the garden and the house and wait that he would come and appreciate. And this kept me going for 65 years. And then, my brother died. And when he died, so he died 2 years back. And ever since then, I don't feel like getting up and doing anything whatsoever, because I don't feel that anybody understands the work I do or the speciality that I have. And because I have stopped doing all of that, so I'm slipping into depression, but I don't know how to come out of this. So why I'm sharing this with you is because sometimes, when you have a speciality, you want it to be appreciated. And an external speciality, when you have something that you think is contributing to the world, you want it to be appreciated. And when somebody doesn't have, let's say you put in hours of effort in cooking, and you feel that cooking is your speciality, but then somebody just eats it, gobbles it up, and then they don't even recognize that so much effort went into it, then sometimes people are discouraged. So what I have understood from my experience is when Baba says that always keep your specialities in your awareness, it is not about the specialities that I have in the world, because you see that those specialities will need recognition from the world. But the specialities that Baba talks about is Sangam Yugi speciality. So, and Baba appreciates us for our Sangam Yugi specialities. And what is the speciality that I have as a Sangam Yugi Brahman? So you see that now that we are sitting before Baba, Baba says, you are the most special children. You see, Baba says that you're the best of the best. And why Baba says that is, Baba says, even if it's my last child, that child is also very, very, unique and close to my heart, because that child also recognizes me. So always remember that I am the child who recognizes Baba, and I am the child who has love for Baba, and I am the child who Baba loves back, and I am the child who has Baba as the father, teacher, Satguru, and I am the one who is being sustained by the Almighty Supreme Himself. So when you keep these Sangam Yugi specialities in your awareness, and then the speciality is that you are the right hand of Baba. You are the one who gives support to the one who everybody is seeking support from. So Baba says, you are my helpers. So the world says, you see that the world says God is the helper, and God says I am the helper. So it's such a big speciality to have. And then, whatever speciality that you have in a worldly way also, maybe painting, cooking, drawing, singing, dancing, talking, whatever speciality you have, analysis, if you offer that speciality to Baba's seva, then you see that you receive a lot of appreciation and recognition for that speciality, because Baba always, we feel whenever you use your speciality for seva, you feel definitely that, you're getting the blessings of that seva, and that speciality is growing. So somebody has health, somebody has wealth, somebody has concentration, somebody has any speciality, maybe honesty, maybe even if the speciality is in the form of a virtue, maybe somebody is honest, somebody is consistent, somebody is disciplined. When you offer that to Baba, Baba appreciates you too much for that speciality. And every child feels that whatever speciality we have offered to Baba, that speciality grows, and we also feel that we are being blessed and appreciated for that speciality by God Himself, and you feel that happiness from within, that happiness of having offered your speciality to Baba. Now, what do you mean by offer your speciality to Baba? So let's say, there was this one, I think that girl was 24, 25 years of age, and she came to the center and she was telling me that I have this quality that I am a very surrendered person. So when I belong to someone, I belong to them totally, and then I don't think twice. And because of this quality, I have had my trust broken many times. And whenever I enter into a friendship or a relationship, or even with the Lokik family, with some relative, with some cousin, if I have that love, that surrender for that person, then I am wholeheartedly surrendered. I cannot do anything behind their back. So she said that I am a very loyal, very dedicated person, and because of that, my heart has been broken too many times, and my trust has been broken too many times, and I feel like I am sinking into this feeling where I have started doubting whether it's a good quality or not. And anyways, because of the trauma, now I am not able to surrender that much. So I told her, would you like to surrender that quality to Baba? Now you see that when I say offer your qualities and your specialities to Baba, it means that, when you surrender in the world, then people will ask you, maybe people will take you for granted and think that you have nothing better to do, so you've come and surrendered to them, or you are just wholeheartedly available for them because there's nothing else to do. But when you do that same thing for Baba, Baba recognizes that every second, and you can feel it in your heart that, when I am surrendered in this relationship with Baba and I am committed to Baba with my whole heart, my body, mind and wealth, then Baba appreciates that surrender. And Baba says that anything that you use for me will be, will make you feel special. So maybe you have discipline, and maybe, when you are very disciplined, very punctual, and you reach every place on time, then these days, instead of being appreciated, what will happen is everybody will just, beat their head that this person will come at the right time and nothing will be arranged and it will be a problem. But if you do that to Baba, if you every day sit before Baba at Amrit Vela at a regular time, or you are present in the Murli for the exact right time, or you are present for the class for the exact right time, then Baba will appreciate it very much. So Baba says that, there are two kinds of specialities in us Brahmins. One is the speciality that makes me a Brahmin, and another is the speciality that I offer to Baba, and that speciality becomes special. So even if that speciality was not recognized, so you see that there was this one Mata, and she's a very good Mata in Dharana, and she follows all the disciplines of the Brahmin life. And once she came to the center, and I asked her to cook something for Baba, and she cooked a meal, and then she offered bhog to Baba, and then we all accepted that bhog. And when we accepted the bhog, so it was very nice and cooked with love for Baba, and everybody who accepted the bhog appreciated the Mata. And then she said that I have been cooking for the last 35 years, but never I have been appreciated like this. So you see that, and she said that when I took bhog to Baba and I offered it to Baba, Baba also, I could feel the Baba giving me that love and that appreciation for the bhog. So you see that whenever you offer any speciality to Baba, you sing Baba's song, it will earn you so many blessings that your heart will be full if you can sing. And if you can talk, you talk Baba, you share Baba's gyan, and it will earn you blessings. So Baba says, every Brahmin has the speciality that makes you a Brahmin. So you have the buddhi, you have the you have the capacity to recognize Baba, love Baba, you have the capacity to understand Baba's words and teachings. That is something is your speciality. And then second thing is the speciality that you surrender to Baba in seva. And Baba says, when you keep these specialities in front of you and not the weaknesses, so everybody has many weaknesses, many shortcomings, but if you just keep these specialities in your awareness, then Baba says that then you will move forward and have victory. So this is the first thing that we need to do for ourselves, to develop faith in the self. And then second aspect of faith that Baba talks about is faith in Baba. Now faith in Baba means that so you see that people say that God is with me, but then we are sure that God is with me. Yes, and why? Because I'm holding Baba's hand. And what is Baba's hand? Does Baba have a hand? So Baba's hand is Shrimat. So when I'm following Shrimat, so I'm holding Baba's hand. Baba tells us that I'm Nirakar, I don't have a physical hand, but when you follow Shrimat, that means you're holding my hand. And when I'm holding Baba's hand and Baba's hand is in my hand, then I have faith that I will only move forward. And this is faith in Baba. So Baba says that don't ever have this doubt that, there is nobody to help me, nobody with me. So Baba says, those children who follow Srimad, they must be sure at all times that Baba's hand is in my hand, and Baba will pull me across whenever there is anywhere, I can't do it on my own. Because when you see, when you are, when somebody is pulling your vehicle, then you know that even if the vehicle is stuck, they will just pull it out of that obstacle. So Baba says that I am the one whose hand is in your hand, and you must have faith that Baba will take me across and Baba will take me further. So do you have that faith? And how will you have that faith? When you follow Srimad. And you see that there are times when, everything looks very uncertain and it's very dark and bleak. And at that time, you cannot think on your own. You cannot even rely on your own specialities. There are times when you feel that, even your buddhi is not able to figure out what to do, what not to do. But in those times, if you can refrain from creating a weak thought, and if you could refrain from giving up, it is only because you have faith that Baba is with me. And how do you have that faith? When you have always followed Srimad, then even in that bleak, dark hour, you will not have a single thought that maybe I am alone in this situation. You will always have this deep faith that Baba is still with me, and something will happen and I will go across. I will receive some guidance, some help, something, some stroke of luck, something will happen and I will go across this situation. And Baba says that this is faith in Baba, but faith in Baba will only be there if you have held Baba's hand. And third is, you are an observer in every scene of the drama, but you have faith that every scene of the drama is beneficial. And Baba says that I am known as the creator of the drama, and you are my child. So can a father write a script where the child is not the hero actor? No, the father will always write a script which is good for the child, which is beneficial for the child. So when you have faith that, this drama is created by my Baba and this drama is definitely rigged in my favor, then you watch every scene, but you have faith that every scene is for my benefit. And these are the three kinds of faith that Baba is talking about. And this faith leads to victory, because you see that victory and defeat in Sangam Yuga, what is victory and defeat? When you have weak thoughts, then it is defeat. When you are strong in your mind, that's victory. Because whatever can't affect your mind can't affect you. The law is, whatever can't break your spirit can't break you. Whatever can't affect your mind can't affect you. So the simple thing is that when I have these three kinds of faith, then I never create a weak thought in every situation. I never create a thought of giving up in any situation. And when I don't do that, then what can't affect my mind can't affect my life, and I can definitely overcome it. So Baba says, have faith in the self, have faith in Baba, have faith in drama. And I think, having faith in the self is very, very primary, because if you don't have faith in the self, you cannot have faith that Baba loves you, because you see, everything is projection. You look at, so I look at Baba, I look at drama, but I will only look at Baba and drama as I am. So, if I have self doubt, I will also have the doubt that Baba loves me, and I will also have doubt that the drama is beneficial for me. Do you agree with this? Because basically, we project every scene onto the inner self based on the quality of the self. So, have you seen those people who, I remember there was this Mata who used to come to the center, and whenever, we would be discussing something that is to be done, then she would keep explaining why she is not able to do it, and why, her circumstances are not okay. And in the beginning, I used to wonder, why does she always start about herself when it's not about her? You see, we are discussing a general situation, and we are just discussing what needs to be done in this situation, but she would start saying, how she is in a bad position and she can't help the situation and she can't contribute to the situation. So slowly, gradually, as I started understanding Gyan, I understood that whenever somebody is talking about somebody else, she starts thinking about her own self, because that's her quality. She is always in self-doubt. So she feels that everybody is pointing fingers at her, whereas it's not about her. Nobody is talking about her, or nobody is blaming her, but she feels that everybody is pointing fingers at her, or there's something wrong with her, because there's a lot of self-doubt in her. And then slowly she came into Gyan and she started getting healed. So Baba says that, you look at every situation, you perceive everything in your mind. You are a soul and you perceive everything in your mind space. Yes, whatever is happening outside, even Baba. Who perceives Baba? I, the soul, perceive Baba in my mind space. I, the soul, perceive every scene of the drama in my mind space, and I perceive as I am. So if I am in self-doubt, I will doubt Baba's help. I will doubt every scene of the drama. And if I am sure of myself, it becomes easier to have faith in Baba and faith in drama. So faith in the self is the first and foremost, and Baba has given us a magical vidhi that, just keep your specialities in your awareness and you will start building faith in yourself. And then today Baba talks about, the royalty of purity, and Baba says that when you maintain your royalty of purity, you will become detached from limited attractions. Now Baba says that in the world, you see, impurity is the norm, and people think that, impurity is the way to be, and nobody thinks that impurity is, impurity is something that shouldn't be there. But Baba says that you are taught about purity, purity of thought, word, act, purity of body, mind, wealth, and we are the only children who understand purity and who embrace purity. And Baba says this purity is like royalty. So, just like the royal family is very different from all the other people around, other people in the kingdom. Similarly, in this whole world, purity will set you apart, because there are only Baba's children, that too number wise, who understand and practice purity. And you see, I have seen that people in the world are have a great interest in finding out why BKs, the face of BKs and the happiness of BKs cannot be copied. So you see that people are, even, the way we talk, or the joy within, or the peace within, or the smile, the happiness that reflects on our face, and the purity that reflects in our personality, people are trying to figure out where that comes from. And that is a very rare thing. And we are set apart from the whole world. Even if you don't tell anybody you are a BK, if you are really practicing what Baba is saying, if you are paying attention to the purity of body, mind and wealth, then you are like this royalty who can be distinguished in any environment, any situation. And I remember there was this one sister, she was sharing her experience. She said that, when I was going to when I was traveling from somewhere to somewhere, then there on the airport, there was this sister who was frisking her, checking her. And then she just saw me, and she kept looking at me, and she said that you are very, and she was looking for the right word, and she said, you are very, I don't know what very, but maybe you're very beautiful. So she said, but no, not beautiful, I mean something else, but I don't know how to say it. So she said, do you mean pure? So she said, yes, that's the word. So you have this, I can feel that purity from you. And Baba says, this purity is your royalty. And when you are full of this purity, then that fullness makes you stop craving for what the world is craving for. And this purity, the more and more we imbibe this purity, because all the directions that Baba gives us, the Shrimad that Baba gives us for body, mind and wealth, is just to make us pure. And the more pure we become, then we stop being attracted to anything in the world, and the world starts getting attracted to us. So this is the royalty, and this brings the shift, that you stop being attracted by anything in the world. So the food in the world, the clothes in the world, everything that you earlier liked, the travel, the holidaying, the things, you don't want them anymore, because you just feel like they are not, they are not that valuable. But on the contrary, the whole world starts looking up to you, and they find you very attractive. So this is the royalty of purity. Okay, Om Shanti.